Hey, welcome back YouTube followers, another episode of Tucker Family Adventures. So this episode was originally intended to include the Petrified Forest National Park, our stop into Grand Canyon, as well as the little jaunt we did over to Vegas to visit some friends. However, I realize I'm way behind on videos, and for that I apologize. All you guys, sorry, it's my bad. We're visiting family a bunch for the past few weeks, getting up on the holidays, so it's kind of taking up a lot of the time. But I'm getting back into action here. I also realized that with all the footage we took between the Petrified Forest National Park and Grand Canyon and Vegas, that was going to be a really long video. So I know you guys like them a little shorter, a little sweeter, maybe a little fun still. So for that, I made this episode be just the Petrified Forest. Hope you guys enjoy it. We can see the Grand Canyon and our Vegas trip on the next episode, which should be the week after. On that note, action!
So we made it to the Petrified Forest with National Park. And this is the Painted Desert Forest.
Why is it called the Painted Desert?
Because it's painted. Because it's colorful.
Very good.
I meant to say that.
Is that sand or is that rock out there?
Rock. It's hard rock that's painted by the painted Petrified Forest. And that's all kind of like this. And it's like a big, but that big, this small. And there's so many out there. Come on and look.
Well, as Aubrey and Scarlett have so nicely introduced, we are here at the Petrified National Forest, stopping off here at the Painted Desert. First stop is Tawa Point. Tawa Point's gonna have some nice viewpoints, and apparently it has the trailhead for a short little hike between there and the Painted Desert Inn. I think maybe about a mile round trip. The intention is going to be to catch all the different trailheads, all the the simple paved ones. There's a couple of off the beaten path trailheads that I don't think we're gonna have the time to hit, but we're gonna try and get everything from the North Visitor Center down to the South Visitor Center. What did we find?
Poop.
What kind?
That more looks like a lizard poop.
Looks like coyote poop to me.
Yeah, I think it's too big for lizard.
But look at the lizards.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's probably coyote.
Coyote it is. Coyote.
What we got? What'd you find?
A lizard.
Tell me about it.
I was trying to catch him. He went into the bush, and then he ran across, and then he went back into the bush.
How big was he?
Like this big.
That's pretty big.
He is actually kind of little, and he's fast.
She tried.
Tried
Maybe
my
next
best.
time.
I really want to catch one.
So looking down into the, sorry, Annie. Looking down into the Painted Desert, little hills and valleys, you notice there's a trail. And look, there's people walking.
Oh, okay.
We weren't too sure if it was an accessible trail or not, and it seemed like access to the trail was obvious, but maybe kind of not. But it looks like they made steps, but kind of not. So we figured worst case scenario, we just start walking and we'll just get yelled at by a park ranger who says, "Hey, you kids, get out of there!" But as we started down this little steeping decline, I can see into the distance in the valley there's people walking. So if they haven't been kicked out, we'll be fine. This is better. It's nice to have some paved trails that you can walk on, you know, small mile and a half round trip. If you go back and forth. But it's off the beaten path trails. Those are the ones that we like. We get some cool views, see some neat stuff. And what's other cool about it is that, granted, it's not crowded here anyways, but if it was, since the trails aren't really clearly marked, most folks think that you can't walk on it, and they think it's like a ranger access trail only, so they shy away from it. No crowds. Perspective changes everything. And all these hikes, I try to capture multiple perspectives. And when you're up at the visitor, or at the inn, the Painted Desert Inn, looking down at all these painted hills, between the reds and the whites and the browns and the blacks, looks pretty neat. But change perspective. You get down in them, and the whites look really white. The reds, they're there. I mean, the height and the depth of these valleys are so much cooler. Perspective. So if you guys recall, back on the Yosemite National Park video, where it had a portion of a tree that was kind of charred, I was certain was a secret entrance to somewhere. Right there. Well, lo and behold, here we are in the Painted Desert. I found another one. That's got to be a secret entrance. I mean, it's two. Oh yeah, right in the secret entrance. Yeah, thirsty, are you? The girls feel like we've wandered off into the desert far enough. We've kind of gone beyond the painted colored hills. We were heading into more, but I would have kept on going. My better sense said, we've gone far enough.
I'm the better sense.
So yeah, we're gonna walk back. We still gotta walk back to where the truck is anyways. There's plenty more park to see. We haven't even made it even further down the road. Been a little bit since we did some hikes. I think the girls have gotten soft. All that time sitting around looking at their tablets, they should be out running around. Come on, you can do it. Oh hey, you made it.
Where?
Oh, well, there's a little pep in your step for a lizard. All right, almost there. Let's go.
On our way to Newspaper Rock, we had to stop up and check out Lacey's Point.
What's the point, honey?
My point.
So here at Newspaper Rock, there's over 650 petroglyphs we're going to check out. They say that many of them are over 2,000 years old. We can't get super close to them, but apparently there's a spot we can kind of lean over, look down on the rock.
We just looked down on the telescopes and we just saw some drawings, but I didn't see any drawings. I saw pieces of rock. Probably Scarlet here saw drawings. Well, same goes for me.
What about you? Did you see them?
I saw drawings. They were done over 2,000 years ago by probably cavemen.
I don't think there were cavemen 2,000 years ago.
Oh, there was cavemen.
Some of the viewpoints here from Blue Mesa at the Petrified National Forest are quite spectacular. Colors, yeah, you can kind of see, especially that way. Not so much in the reds, a lot more grays and blues. Real pretty. They stand out with that rolling brown backdrop. many hikes that you can go through. Got steep switchbacks and really cool looking rock faces. Girls, what do you think?
We like it.
Pretty neat through here?
Better one. It's a better one. It's a better.
Going down's one thing. We'll see if they're still so excited about it when we're going back up.
On the outside it looks like rock, but in the inside are really, really, really cool rocks. Because you can see how on the side it's all pretty colors, but if you see on this side it's just red. So on the inside it's really pretty, but on the outside it's colors.
Just looks like an old dried up tree.
Because you can cut them, but you can't. You can't cut them because they're only made up. They just keep getting cracks, cracks, and cracks, and then they start breaking into pieces like these. Once we saw a little rock over there, and he was small, probably part of different rocks. They cut up, it probably cracked because it can crack in other pieces like chalk. Chalk can break, but it can get lines like this. Get line cracked. But in the tree ones gets cracked like this.
Alright, so we're here at the Rainbow Museum Visitor Center at the south end of the Petrified Forest National Park. We're gonna hit this place before it closes, and I think we have maybe one more stop here in the park. We're gonna do one more hike, but otherwise it's gonna wrap up our day. And what are we doing here at this visitor center?
Going to get our new Junior Ranger badge. Because this is our second time.
Second one.
We already got our first one, but now it's the second.
Where'd the first one come from?
Illo Island.
Alright, so we're going for Ranger badge number 2 from the Petrified Forest National Park.
Yeah.
Let's go get you sworn in.
Repeat after me. I understand
I understand.
that as a junior ranger,
As a Junior Ranger,
I am responsible
I am responsible
for helping
for helping
in any way that I can
in any way I can
to protect
protect,
and preserve
preserve
all national parks
all national parks
so that
so that
future junior rangers
future Junior Rangers
and others
and others
can enjoy them too.
can enjoy them too.
High five. There we go, girls. Nice job. And look at what you get for that today. Yeah. You want one?
Yes.
Okay.